You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report. Flash report.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in this episode of PPR. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Big Q&A representing the PPR family, man. Listen, another report for you guys. Shout out to Sports Illustrated, Kyle T. Mosley, and the fam for putting one together. And this is basically an article that is based on the tweet that was, or the information that was given out it was based on Kevin O'Connor's report that ultimately said that the Pelicans were desperately looking at attempting to acquire picks. Now, the Pelicans did draft, in the draft philosophy, that is, attempt to move up in the draft. When they acquired another pick, the 23rd pick, to go along with the 7th pick. And the philosophy of some people are that could possibly be one of the stratagems that they can employ and take both picks to try to move up in the draft. And this is the thought process on why people see the Pelicans as using that model. But, this was something that kind of coincided with the earlier information that Kevin O'Connor delivered, why the Pelicans were aggressively moving up to try to get Ace Bailey. But a recent report, information by another reporter, Mark Stein, is saying that is not the case. He believes that is being overstated. And this is what a recent report by Jake Fischer of NBA Insider says on the Stein report, that the interest in Bailey is overstated. And New Orleans has been routinely painted as a team with great interest in Bailey, and as a result, one looking to move up in the draft from its current number 7 position. Yet league sources tell Mark Stein, publisher of the Stein Line, that the Pelicans' interest in Bailey has been overstated and that they have been actively trying to climb the lottery ladder with Bailey in mind, Fisher wrote. And also, the rest of the report says Bailey was once noted as third best prospect in this year's class, but he continues to fall down draft boards. The Pelicans could luck into a top player at the 7th pick. While the interest in Bailey is rocky due to conflicting reports, if he is their guy, they could be fortunately come to him in the draft night. Now, what's interesting about this whole situation is that Ace Bailey canceled visit with the Philadelphia 76ers, who have the 3rd pick in this NBA draft next week. And the reports indicate he canceled it due to the fact that he wanted the Sixers to make a promise. He demanded a promise in which the Sixers wasn't willing to give him. Thus, he's denied him a visit. So this could force the Sixers not to take Ace Bailey, which means he could slide another spot. And if that is indeed the case, perhaps the Pelicans, if they're interested in Bailey, would maybe have a conversation with the Charlotte Hornets if Bailey is indeed the guy the Pelicans are looking for. This is all relative, but it's very interesting. Could this be some draft deception, meaning a smokescreen by Joe Dumars in camp? Perhaps they're using the Ace Bailey card as a way to kind of position themselves for another player in the draft. Who could be the player the Pelicans possibly get? We know they're not getting Cooper Kupp. Could this be the Pelicans trying to make a play for Harper? Could this be a play where the Pelicans are looking to trade up in the draft to get Harper? I mean, there are several things here we can look at, but in the end, what do you guys think about it? That the Pelicans possibly looking at Ace Bailey as a possible candidate, but a lot of people say that could be a smokescreen by the Pelicans as they attempt to kind of look in a different direction and maybe target another player in the draft. So like this here, we've got this on screen about the top prospects in this upcoming NBA draft. You see Cooper Flag, of course, he's out of the way. A lot of people believe Harper could slide. San Antonio Spurs are tied up into all type of trade rumors with Kevin Durant. Castle is not up for the trade. They have Fox. They have a bunch of stuff going on. Will Harper be a guy that they add the mix there, or possibly someone else could be better suited there? Regardless or not, it is going to be interesting to see exactly where this all lines up with the Pelicans sitting at the 7th position. There's several prospects you guys see, some of them that we've talked about on PPR, whether we mentioned Ace Bailey or Trey Johnson or Kamen from Duke, Jeremiah Fears, Con Newble. There are a number of people that the Pelicans could target with the picks, as they did acquire 2 picks. We've seen reports of Derek Queen, the center from Maryland. Colin Murray Boyles is also mentioned. That's a couple of people. So quite a few. Neek Clifford is another guy. Quite a few people to talk about when you make mention of the New Orleans Pelicans and what they could be possibly looking at coming up soon. So with that being said, man, what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think it's a bit of smoke for the Pelicans with their blowing smoke, a smoke screen, a little deception being played by Joe Dumars, kind of sleight of hand, kind of talk about just making you look in that direction while they're pivoting to go in a different direction? What do you guys think? Put it in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Big Q representing PPR. Shout out to DC and Lex. Shout out to you, the flock. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment section, man, and let me know what you think. I'm going to holler at you on the next one. Much love. Go Pels. Peace.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.